All right, everybody. So the video I'm making to serve kind of two purposes. The first is to show you, well, the first is to make the file required to be able to complete the making sketches activity in Fusion 360. Now, I don't have the webcam embedded here uh, because I'm home and, I don't know. I don't want to do that. Project 2, making sketches and CAD modeling features. So I'm going to make the files required. They'll show up when I'm done with them. I will put them in this folder here. Sorry, not that folder. I need that. Right here, shared files. All right, they'll be in here, and it'll be in the, depending which way I like hold this better, CAD modeling features for Fusion 360. Be in there. After I get done with it. So I'm going to make the file that you guys can use to base, this activity off of, but also this is going to be an introduction to Fusion 360 for kids who are full remote right now, at least for these days, that haven't used it yet. Now, the rest of you, it's kind of split 50-50 in the class, those that have Fusion 360 at home versus Inventor versus nothing. Those of you that have nothing at home, I'm going to be sending an email today to try to figure out a plan there. If we end up full remote for an extended time, we're gonna have to figure that out. You need to have some software at home. You need to be able to install software at home on a computer. You need to know how to do that. That's a important skill in life, is being able to manage a computer at this point. But anyway, all right. So here's the instructions. I'm going to go ahead and open Autodesk Fusion 360. I'm going to close up some of these tabs for now, just so I'm not too busy. Now, you should be doing the same thing like you did for making sketches, where you have a Google Doc going. And in fact, if you just want to add it on to that Google Doc you already shared with me, just, start below the ones you already pasted. That's fine too. All right, so Fusion 360, it's a little slower than Autodesk Inventor, you'll notice, because it has these nice graphic transitions and graphic tools. If I get distracted, it's because I cut out a sentence. I got Mr. Ravato and Mr. Pisano, and we are texting back and forth about how to use a certain tool on the computer for Mr. Pisano. So anyway. You'll notice it's a little slower, Fusion 360. It's a really nice program, but it is a little slower to start up. But I have noticed as you start to do more stuff on it, it kind of loads it into the computer's memory, I think. Builds new folders and that sort of thing. And it seems to behave a little faster as you use it more. So let's go back and take a look at this file. So you don't have to do this, all right? You don't have to do this. I am going to make the files required to do these activities. All right. So it's going to be pretty simple. I'm going to draw these shapes, and then you're going to make these extrusions. Now, most of these are pretty self-explanatory, and I will make another video on how to do these activities. But for now, introduction to Fusion 360, make this file, and basically you're going to try to figure out how to do this at home. And hopefully you'll be back at school. So the first one is kind of this hat-looking shape. All right, so the way I'm going to do this is, I guess I'm going to do it different sketches. So I'm going to do first, create a sketch. It's going to be on this plane. All right. It's kind of what's nice about Fusion 360 is I have it set up to do this snapping. So it's really easy to make symmetric parts. All right, hold down the middle mouse button, move this over a bit. All right, the snapping makes it nice to make nice symmetric parts with this grid. Kind of like it. All right, so there's our first sketch. So I think this one I'm going to rename this and call it mid-plane. I need to show you something. call it 1. Plane extrusion, because I think that's what the instruction was here, right? Mid-plane extrusion. One thing you want to do is change the document settings to inches. You'll notice this looks like Inventor. It's got a lot of the same stuff. Some of the stuff is hidden. Some of the stuff it can't quite do the same way. Well, most of it can do, and it's really pretty nice. I really do kind of like it. I'm interested to see if it runs better if I get a graphics card in my desktop computer. I'm on my laptop right now, which is a few years old, but it runs pretty well, pretty darn well, actually. So first thing you got to do is document settings, units. This option will be here, and you want to put it in inches. So if you click that, probably want to put it in inches. I've already done that, right? Then you can just hit OK if you change it. That'll be helpful. Now the mid-plane extrusion, you hit extrude. You select two sides, and notice that it doesn't start doing it automatically. Symmetric I want to do actually, and then distance, I don't know, 1.0. It goes 1.0, I think, each direction. So that's kind of interesting. So then you can do that extrusion. That's a mid-plane extrusion. You've already done regular extrusion, so that's no big deal. But you just change it to the symmetric option. It's basically the same thing in Inventor. So there's that. All right. I'm gonna make this sketch now invisible. All right. I'm gonna start a new sketch. I'm gonna put this one also in that plane. Now, actually, I wonder if let me extrude this. Let me make this one first. This one's just gonna be I have to make a rectangle and then this oval on top of that rectangle. So I do have to actually extrude this one for you. We'll make it 2.5 by 2.5 inches, I guess. All right, finish sketch. I do have to extrude this one. I'm just going to make this one a one-sided extrusion, 2.5 inches. Okay. I might have to make this separate parts. Yeah, I'm going to have to make these separate files. That's unfortunate. So let me, this one, I'm going to make it visible again. I'm going to have to make it a separate part. So I'm going to hit save. All right, now Fusion 360 has this kind of bizarre way of saving things. It saves it in the app, almost in the cloud. It doesn't put it in like a folder. So if you want to be able to edit this on another computer, and as long as you live in the app and you don't try to bring it anywhere, it doesn't matter. But if you want to try to save this file and bring it to school, you actually have to export the file. And let me see here. I want to put it in the right folder. This is making sketches. I don't want it making sketches. Well, I guess I can put it in there and then move it later on. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Do new folder in here. Call it CAD. Files for. All right. And this is gonna be kind of a long video. I'm sorry for that, but you don't need to watch this whole video. I'm gonna make all the files, and it's just kind of a good introduction for you. All right, export. So I'm gonna have to do this now for every part here. All right. So anyway, let me new design. All right. Start new sketch. This is what I'm gonna make on this plane, and I'm gonna go ahead and make this part. I'll do whatever that is, 2 inches by 2 inches, fine. Finish sketch, extrude. So the main thing here, again, if you are trying to do this for the first time, just to kind of get an introduction as to how Fusion 360 works. Let me check the document settings here, make sure I'm in inches. Oh, yeah, I already know I'm in inches. I'll start another sketch up here. There's got to be some kind of oval, an ellipse. I want to start it. Need to overlap. So I'm going to go like here, the center line. Got to overlap this thing, and then something like that. I think it's not quite like that. Let me make it a little wider. Let me move the center line over, actually. There we go. That's better. Finish sketch. Now, to do this one, extrude, it's called an intersect. An intersect. And it'll only keep the things that overlap. This is an interesting thing to show you right now, too. The distance. I could do 2 inches, negative 2 inches, because it wants to go down, right? So you can change the direction. Or you can do all. And what all does, I'll flip it down there. What all does is just puts it all the way through any solid that's there. And look, it'll keep just that part. That's what it'll look like in the end. But I'm going to hit cancel for now because you need to do that. All right. So now I'm just going to export these. I'm not even going to save this. I'm just going to keep exporting it. So I'll go into the same thing. I'm going to call this O2 underscore, what was it called? It was called Intersect Extrusions. Intersect Extrusions. Export. Bam. It's ready to go. And then I'm gonna keep going through this. Let me just quick look through this and see if there's anything that I think would be cool. So that's gonna draw a square and then this tapered extrusion. That's one of the options when you extrude a tapered extrusion. Let me just show you that real quick, just kind of. So if I was gonna extrude that taper angle right here, you just change it. All right, when you extrude it. Let's see if there's anything interesting to show you how to draw. Oh, the revolve is really, we do that all the time. The holes, points. I'm going to put points along a circle here. I'm going to circular pattern those. Loft, work planes and stuff. I got to make that for you. Yeah, and so on. All right, so the rest of this video, if you want to stop there, and I think it gives you a basic introduction of how to do things in Fusion 360. That's fine. I'm going to keep rolling the film, though, and make an epically long video. I'm probably going to stop kind of narrating very much and just kind of do what I need to do here without thinking too much. But I'll keep it rolling, and you can follow along if you want and see how I do these things. I make these sketches and stuff. All right. All right. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to go back. I already exported that. I'll close this one. Don't need that. Don't save. All right. Start another sketch here. Let me go back up. I gotta make all these files. It's gonna take a while. All right. Tapered extrusions here. All right. I'm actually gonna stop this video. I gotta quick take care of something here. So, well,